What's up, everybody? Welcome to the compliments wrap up for episode 59. Yeah, that's what you said earlier. That's what this was.
Yep.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
Episode 59 of the Dice That Bind Us.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was for me.
Mid contest of champions, we're doing good stuff. I have a feeling I know where a lot of the compliments are going to come from in my brain, anyways. But we'll see. Everybody did some great stuff. Does anybody want to go first?
We see Hammerfist doesn't have compliments for anybody because Hammerfist did absolutely nothing. And while it is very good for them, it was not fun for me. I literally stood there and just took it like a champ. Cream of the crop defenses in this.
I don't understand what this is. Is that just a sauce packet?
Is there a creamer?
It is. When you go to YouTube and look up Cream of the Crop, Randy Savage interview, it's one of his top interviews of all time. And he just has a little coffee creamer and he just keeps doing shit with it.
Shout out so meta fans.
But on the real though, that little druid man, reverse gravity. That was fun. I never floated like that in my life. It's been a long time since the monks taught me how to fall slow. But I used it. Took no damage. It was great. And man, I don't know what he turned into, man, but that flying thing, and then he turned into another really big thing and landed on the other little guy. Man, macho. I loved it. And to the cleric, man, the one that held me hostage all damn episode. Appreciate your strengths. It was great. You did awesome. We love you for it. As for Hammerfist, can't compliment myself. I literally did nothing. I threw a boomerang and I hit the cleric, man.
Hammerfist, I have a question. There was an entire other half to this episode. Perchance,
Alex, you have to give Zach DM inspiration for this.
I'm going
really
to.
Do.
I was going to wait till the very end. Hammerfist, is there perchance any some sort of disembodied spirit that was guiding
Hammerfist, may we speak to Zach, please? Hammerfist.
Zach, I would like you to do an impersonation of Hammerfist while you compliment yourself for the episode.
What?
Thanks. Yeah, you
heard him.
Oh, hello. I gotta get in the character. Coda, can I borrow those glasses that Leonin wears?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got an extra pair, right? All right, cool.
I wish I.
All right.
This is why you watch the compliments, friends. God damn it.
All right. As for Tumble, Devin, I swear to God, the story you came up with, man, selling them stock, stealing the 5,000 gold per person. Oh, maximize profits. Mucho macho. Proud of you. Real cream of the crop for that one. As for the blue man, he's really been through it. But I don't understand how he went 6 months without talking to his friends. Seems like he just really needed a therapist. Probably gonna just talk to one of them and got through it. But you know, he did his thing, came back, and managed to thwart the little evil assassin's plans. Could have ended up one of their friends' deaths. Instead, another friend sacrificed themselves to make sure others could live another day. Seemed like a really good memory to have. To the furball I see crying next to me in the stands. I'm sorry for the loss of your friend. It seemed important to you. You seemed to cry at the end of it. But to go from there to the contest of champions. It's what you call champions right there. Macho. Hammerfist is going to leave this building, and he's going to leave in style.
Zach, absolutely DM inspiration. That was wonderful. Who would you like to popcorn it to for?
We go to the storyteller man himself, Ian.
Okay, great. For myself, I would like to compliment battle tactics within the combat round. However, I'm very proud of just being like, oh fuck, what can I do? And I decided on every character aspect of what's his name? the guy that I just wrote up, McTaffy.
Taffy.
Every
Wait, did
aspect
you
of
write all
McTaffey.
of that down?
No. It was all like 5 seconds before everything that came out of my mouth. I'm like, okay, he's a farmer. We're going to talk about him hoeing the fields, and we're going to make hoe jokes. And then he's going to have like 30 sons, but we're going to make some sort of joke about the number of sons. And then it's going to be demons, but apparently they're devils. And this is going to happen. Everybody's going to die. And he does throwing weapons, daggers, throwing out. Okay, great. We're going to just throw shit at the demons. And that's how he's going to regain everything. It was just like stupid on stupid on stupid to make a sad backstory. And I full on chef's kiss myself. Like that is, I'm very happy with it. For other people, I actually do. I know we've made a lot of fun of it, but I want to toss Zach into that mix. I think both your portrayal of, I'm sorry, I can't ever remember his actual name because it's just Macho Man Randy Savage to me.
Hammerfist.
But like, yeah, Hammerfist, whatever, Macho Man Randy Savage. It was so much fun, especially watching you get to like have fun with something else and really dive into it without any consequence of you putting your own spin on your own character and just being like, let's fuck around. Watching Zach fuck around was just beautiful, as well as watching a really, really important, like I'm getting so caught up in the fun of this arc and like the contest of champions itself that I forget that it's like, oh shit, like our characters are still here. We're still in this. Like Departo still went about and was just like, oh, I'm going to make sure nobody dies in this contest. And Tumult is still in this contest and still very much bearing his soul in a way that none of us have seen, and making a very, very large character leap forward of this pain and regret that they have experienced that we've all known has happened, but the specifics of what you've taken on yourself and the decisions that you have made because of it, airing that in public was really, really poignant and beautiful. And I think a very large moment of character growth for Tumult. And I very much appreciated it. So I absolutely want to throw my hat in your ring, Zach. And I just loved Devin's football story with the tentacles. So I'm gonna throw it over to them.
This is just so fun. It's been said so many times, but this Tournament of Champions, it's so fun. Thank you so much, Alex. Like it's great. Zach, obviously just super well done today, echoing everything Ian said. Just super well done. Hero, gonna compliment you for basically just one spell winning that first encounter. Like you looked at the character sheet, you looked at the arena, you looked at like a couple different end variables, and you were like, I'm gonna use this spell, and that was the answer. That was it. It was basically over after that. Just really impressed at like how quickly you can like look at those character sheets and then like formulate these like strategies in battle. And then I also liked how you, because you have experience with Inuk and Wild Shape and Polymorph, you instead went with the theme for the character, and you used like the Quetzal and you used the Brontosaurus, and I thought that was really cool too.
Thank you.
As far as me, I'm just having fun. I mean, I'm just kind of going with it. I'm having fun. I'm having a great time. I guess today I think I did pretty good with just like coming up with stories on the spot. Just like small, quick, like this is a big tentacle monster, and I could go with the obvious wrap person, eat, awesome, cool day. But instead, what if? And that's kind of what I went with. And I think it worked out.
We expected you to go from A to B. You went from A to Q.
And I had a good time with it. It was fun.
I wouldn't even say A to Q. I think it was A to umlaut. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you went from A to Omega. You skipped to an ancient language, and we don't know what happened.
Point is, about as far out of left field as you could have gone. You went there, and it was fantastic.
Devin, who would you like to popcorn it to?
Let's popcorn it to Dash.
Everyone was on fire this session. it was just astounding to see how much everyone grew in role play, and also just taking everyone off the fucking chain for it too, of just like, hey, come up with a story that was important. Like, Zach was the only person who really had anything to go off of, and everyone else was just like, fuck, sad thing, or like, what was my biggest fail, like, what was my biggest success? Just people are just pulling it out of nowhere. And even Coda, like, that was this jokey reference thing,
Man.
was surprisingly fleshed out for being like, fuck it, I guess I'm Diego the Explorer. Just like rolled this together to be like, all right, yeah, let's make it a reference, but let's add it through 6 layers. And that was very good. Like, I am so proud of seeing how much everyone has grown in the last year and change. Like, if we had this challenge week 2 of meeting, nothing on par with this. Even probably from like Ian and I, like, nowhere near this level of shit. So well done, everyone. It was kind of cheating, but I didn't want to echo the same things everyone else echoed. For me, I guess it's just kind of echoing the same thing of like, I have grown so much as a role player since I've started playing these games. So to just kind of sit there, stare at a character sheet for a little bit, the second I heard it was like, oh, it's role play. I was like, oh, now I got to come up with something. And just pulling that from like, I looked at a character sheet, went, all right, and then just pulled something out of my butt. I thought about it for maybe 15 minutes beforehand, on and off, just like, sad mom, poor kid, wants to be rich, perfect, and just went. And I'm proud of myself for being able to do that, and I would not have been able to do that way earlier in my D&D career, or any TTRPG career, I suppose. So I think that's Coda now. I think you're the only one who hasn't gone.
Yeah,
Rob?
me and Rob.
And
Yep.
Rob as well. Okay. We mentioned Rob many times, and I was like, yeah, Rob went.
Yeah, I gotta compliment Zach and Devin for sure. It's already been sad, but the wrestling bit was just fire. It was so good. And then turning this weird ass tentacle words monster sitting here selling stocks and shit, playing football or brain ball. So good. And then myself, I made a draconic angel, a children's cartoon character. I'm gonna have to watch a lot of Diego because I have seen literally none.
Smite
Go,
on
Diego,
one
go.
screen, fucking Doko Diego go on the other.
I'll just have the monitor split. Like, there we
Yep.
Where's the map?
go.
Hey, Coda, this is your downtime between rank queues.
Yep.
Yeah, true. Honestly, yeah, like 5 minutes between cues, easy.
Rob, it's you, man.
There's so much to compliment, and everybody has done such a good job of complimenting each other. It's hard for me to not piggyback on something that's already been said. So I'm going to go to the very beginning of the episode, and I'm going to compliment Ian on his intro into the episode. Good job, buddy. You did great. I loved
Thank
it.
you.
Both takes. Wonderful.
Yeah, exactly. It was good. For myself, my compliment to myself is that I actually got to take a character that I wrote or I conceived years and years and years ago in a tragic backstory phase. And I actually get to tell her story and bring her out. And yeah, so
I am so excited to learn more about her. I am fascinated.
So yeah, that's my compliment to myself is the storytelling of a character that I had a bare concept of, but I knew it was tragic and I knew it was bad, and I had just a few basic ideas for.
That brings it to me. All of you are so fucking amazing. Every time it comes to me, right? And I've put myself in this position. I never had to, but I try to compliment each and every one of you every episode. And I'm going to, but I wanted to just do a blanket statement first. Hence why I didn't say the eternal catchphrase. I'm going to keep this brief because I make no promises. I'm continuously amazed, astounded, and otherwise stupefied. All of you consistently impress and amaze me. And I am so fucking proud of all of you. We came into this as a group of random strangers from the internet, the only connection point really being me.
Yeah.
And even then, not fully. And we have created something that is unique and earth-shatteringly wonderful. And as much as it is my storytelling or my worlds or whatever the fuck, none of that matters without each and every one of you. I adore you all. Dash, your growth from the time that we met and Colin and I kind of dragged you into this world of TTRPGs and
I think it was Emily's fault.
yeah, that's fair. But you were dragged in. You had Colin and I running games. We were trying to bring you into this fold. And I remember you being shy. Flabbergasting, I know, to people that are watching this and seeing you. But I remember that first couple sessions. I remember the timidness of role playing in person or sitting around a table with a bunch of people you barely knew and trying to get into character, trying to do these things, and to see who you have become from a role play perspective is indescribable. I am so incredibly proud of you. Devin, you have the fastest mind I have ever met in a person. I can hand you a character sheet for anything, any character, any monster, any whatever. When it comes to combat, you're going to kill it every single time. You're going to know exactly what's going on. You're going to be able to push through it, and you're going to just crush through it every time. But on the flip side, I can hand you something and then say, hey, I need you to play this crazy monster and role play for me. And you crush that too. Every single time. I am constantly in awe and insanely jealous of how your brain works. And I want to be as good at this as you someday. I'm so proud of you. Coda, you take something that I say is a joke all the time, and you are the physical embodiment of it. And that is commit to the bit. Not just in the regards of you make a joke, you stick to it, you do those things. But I've never met a person as funny as you. I've never met a person who brings so much joy and laughter into the world as you. You continuously grow as a role player, as a D&D player, as a person. And I cannot express how proud of you I am for everything that you've done since we've started this. I am beyond proud to call you my friend. Ian, we've been at this since we were both 14, 15, and that's just together.
Yeah.
I knew when we started all of this that you were going to be a person that I could rely on, that you were going to be a person that if I needed to rope a story in or if I needed to push something forwards, I could put it on you. And you would embrace it and you would kill it. Anything that I needed, you were going to be there. And that shines through every minute of our playtime. I have said this to you dozens of times throughout our friendship. But if I could ever be half the performer you are, I would be over the moon ecstatic. And that's not a dig on me. I'm pretty good at all this shit. It's just you and how amazing you are. Thank you for everything you do for me. And I am so proud of the person you've become and the person you are. Rob, you consistently surprise me. Not in a way that is, wow, I didn't know you could role play like this, or I didn't know you were that good of a storyteller or anything. I knew all of that. We've done this before. We've played games together before. We've been over it. Today, you did something that I never would have expected from you. One, you had a tragic character, and the way that you told that backstory and the way that you put that failure to light was potentially the single greatest piece of storytelling on this show. You consistently improve this, you consistently improve the people around you, and you consistently improve me. Thank you for doing this with me. And I am just so proud of every boundary that you push past and every box you step out of to keep becoming more and more amazing of a person. Zach, when you wanted to play D&D with me, I was surprised. We grew up together. Literally from the day I was born, we've been friends. And I never thought that the kid I grew up playing sports with, messing around with, getting into trouble with was going to be the kid that was like, can I play D&D with you?
I did it when I lived there.
Right. But what I'm saying is it was one of those things where I was like, yeah, okay, cool. We'll bring you in and see what's going on. And I feel like every episode you break past a boundary in yourself, not one that you've set for yourself, but just one that you've had internally. All of us have them. And you consistently break that mold and you consistently push yourself harder. And in the contest of champions specifically, I have put you through many challenges. Some of the characters I've had you play, some of the challenges I've put you guys through, and you've risen to every single one of those challenges. And then today I took it in a complete 180 and I gave you another challenge. I gave you probably my third favorite D&D character I have ever made. And I said, play this. And you killed it. In a combat-centric challenge where you got to do absolutely nothing, you role-played the shit out of that character. Every little snide comment, every little interaction, every single moment you had, you played that character. And I think it was the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen you do. And I cannot wait to see more of it. I am so incredibly proud of how far you have come since we started this game. Before we recorded, before we started the show, before any of it. From day one to now, the amount of growth that you have shown as a role player is astronomical. And it is going to continue to grow. And I cannot wait to watch that happen. For me, we didn't get to do a full round of it, but I'm really proud of the Hysteria games that I wrote. Because I wrote 4. And they're all role play centric. They're all that thing that's like, yeah, we're going to push you out of your shell. We're going to have you tell stories. We're going to do these cool things, like fun little things. And the themes of them all. And this, because I had to take, there's no planning, right? I can't say these characters are going to be doing this challenge. So I need to be ready for this thing to happen with these people. And I think it's a really cool concept. And I think that I did a really good job with it. And it's weird to compliment something that's not done. I guess, like, I can't say that it went really well.
Done.
No, prep's done, yeah, but we haven't seen it play out to fruition, any of that stuff. Like, so but I feel like I created this cool thing, and I crushed it. Like, I did this crazy outlandish concept that is variable enough that you can use it for any group of characters or monsters or whatever you need to use it for. And it's still going to be an entertaining thing for an audience. It's still going to be a fun thing for the players to do. It's still going to be something that is enjoyable for everyone involved. And I'm really proud of that, because that's something that's really hard to do and something that I think I did a good job on, which remains to be seen. But in my brain, I think it's going good so far. I am long-winded and I apologize, but it's been a while since I have really gushed about all of you separately and gone to the core of things. So apologies to you guys for keeping you here so long. Apologies to you guys at home for making you sit through all that stuff. I guess I didn't actually make you do anything. You chose to be here. That's your fault. But with that, I think we can end this compliments wrap up. And as always, we will see you guys next Wednesday for another fantastic episode of The Dice That Bind Us.
Bye.
Bye.